I haven't had a chance to upload a lot of content here lately. As some of you may or may not know, I'm writing a book. Um, I've been working on this book as far as research goes for a couple of years now, probably going on, maybe even going on 3 years right now. Um, it's just something I've been working on for quite some time. I've got, it's one of those kind of things. And hang on a second here. I'm at a dead stop real quick. Let me clean that off real quick so it's not so much glare. Um, I've got several topics that I have kind of started on ideas for books over the years, and one that I've really stuck to as far as the content, and I feel like the necessary content of it is one on. I hate to use the term mass killers. I will use the term that I typically use, or that I've started to use in videos and now in my book called Rampage Killers. I'd hate to call them just mass shooters because they don't always use guns. I feel like when we call them mass shooters, that we're carving out a specific, I guess, group when that's not covering everybody. I'm just as concerned with the guy who wants to kill me with a knife or a baseball bat as I am with the one who wants to kill me with a gun. So I'm trying to focus on all killers out there. But it's actually going to be a pretty interesting read. I'm not trying to necessarily pitch the book to you right now, but it's really been an interesting time for me with all the research that I've been able to do on this has taken me into so many different directions and actually grown the book. I think I originally thought that I was going to write the book based on, I guess you could say, debunking some of the myths out there with mass shooters and just kind of pointing out that it's not guns necessarily. And I just kind of went down this I guess you'd call it a rabbit hole, if you will, where I've been able to identify, I think, extremely key characteristics in terms of uh, not what causes rampage shooters or rampage killers, but some pretty key characteristics that you're going to find pretty common in most of them out there. And I think we will see that they impact one another. And I'll just give you, I mean, it's not a secret. I've made videos on this before. I'll give you kind of the gist of what the book is. Obviously, I go into so much more detail, but it essentially is pointing out that you have broken homes where that is sometimes the beginning. And what I mean by broken homes, I don't mean just single parent homes. I don't mean just fatherless homes. It could be just a really bad home atmosphere. Both parents could be there and just a horrible atmosphere. Dad abuses the mom, mom abuses the dad. It happens. Um, it could be, mom cheats on the dad. There's some where the moms are hooking in the houses. Maybe the dad travels and is gone all the time, or just a number of things like that that could contribute to what I'm calling a broken home. On the other hand, you've got bullying, and I don't take as deep a dive into bullying because bullying is so cut and dry, but I do point out some pretty interesting statistics, as well as some things out there that not a lot of people probably are aware of in terms of bullying. So I point that out as well. I think that's a pretty critical piece because, and I'm doing these in order, by the way. I think that's, you get your broken homes, and then, bullying, and many times you're bullied because in my case, I grew up in a very poor home. So I would have some of the, I grew up in a school district that was very wealthy and my home was poor. So, I mean, I wouldn't call it bullying. I guess it would qualify as bullying, but I was picked on because I didn't have the nice shoes or the nice shirts, the name brand stuff, all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's bullying. It's bullying is what it is. So sometimes, the home affects the bullying part of it because, of course, obviously, I have big front teeth. That leads to that also. There were things like that come into play, that cause that kind of stuff. Now, I was lucky enough that I was the same size or bigger than some of the kids in school, So you, as you well know, a lot of your bullies are cowards anyway. So it didn't take much to make those kind of kids back off, especially when you were their size or bigger. And then I go into, and this is obviously in many cases affected by potentially broken homes and of course bullying, but over medicating of our youth. When you over medicate these kids or you start to medicate them at an early age, I'm not saying all medication is bad, but when you start to medicate them because they're depressed, they have anxiety, ADHD, and all those types of things. These drugs at a very early age while a child's brain is still being developed is not always a great thing. But the reason why I've gone into this conversation with you guys and felt the need to put this quick live video out is I haven't been putting much content out. And for that, I do apologize because my goal has always been to put at least one video out. I would love to be able to put 3 out a week. And I just have not done that here lately. I've not had the opportunity to do that. And I will do a better job of at least putting some content out. But it's one of those things that once you get kind of a rhythm and you get a groove going, you want to stick to it and put those words on the paper while you still have those ideas. And that's what I've been doing, guys. So I'm pulling up to my office right now. Thank you guys for being patient with me as I do my best to create as much content as I possibly can. And again, my apologies for being late and deficient as far as getting content out to you guys. I will try to do a much better job for that. So I will let you guys know when my book is on the way or when we get close. And I do appreciate all the support you guys have always given me. Oh, by the way, the hot sauce brand, you guys have blown up my Butthurt brand hot sauce like crazy. We're reordering, getting it repackaged every other week. I'm having to get brand new orders in. So you guys have absolutely gone insane with that. Butthurtbrand.com is where you can find it. Butthurtbrand.com. I'm actually going to be releasing. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. I'm actually going to be putting out this week the Cajun seasoning. I have the Cajun hot sauce out there, and this is the Cajun seasoning that will be hopefully hitting the website tomorrow, maybe. So again, thank you guys so much for that support. We've written checks to Gun Owners of America. We're about to send out a check to the Doug Flutie Foundation for Autism, and we'll probably be Firearms Policy Coalition for the month of May. So again, thank you guys so much for all your support with the Butthurt brand products. Again, butthurtbrand.com. You guys are definitely keeping it off the shelf because I'm having a hard time keeping it in stock. We've already reordered twice. No, excuse me, 3 times since we launched everything last month. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you soon.